Welcome back to my kitchen today. We are making banana oatmeal pancakes. They're an easy oat flour pancake recipe, and when my husband and I first started dating, I was obsessed with pancakes. And when we got engaged, we actually got engaged in the morning, and then we made these pancakes to celebrate, and they are just such a special pancake recipe for our family, and I hope that they become a special part of your family and traditions too. The very first and main ingredient that you need for this recipe is a rolled oat, and we are using gluten-free rolled oats today. You need 2 1/4 cups of rolled oats, and these are gonna go straight into your blender, and you're gonna blend them on high for a little bit just so that they become kind of like an oat flour. They're still gonna have a little bit of a grittier texture, but they won't be whole oats when you're making your pancakes. The next ingredient is 2 ripe bananas. You want them to look a little bit like this. They're speckled with brown spots. They're not completely brown, but they're not completely not ripe enough. So this is exactly what you want if you can find these. This makes a great recipe for when you have extra bananas that you aren't sure what to do with. Throw your bananas into the blender, then add 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, 1 tablespoon of honey or pure maple syrup, 1 large egg, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Close the lid and then turn it on high and blend until all the ingredients are completely combined. At this point, you can check the consistency to see if it needs another tablespoon or 2 of almond milk if you want a little bit of a thinner pancake. If not, and you're good to go, then you can just transfer this over to the griddle and start cooking. I've got my grill pan heating, and you can use one of these. If you don't have one of these, you can also use a cast iron skillet on the stove, or just any old pan with a flat bottom works great. You're gonna spray your pan or your griddle with nonstick spray, and then the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of batter per pancake, but you could just be like my husband and kind of eyeball it. That's what we're gonna do today. You cook on one side for 2 to 3 minutes, and then flip it over and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes on the other side. You'll really know that they're ready to flip when the edges start to bubble just a little bit. Once they're cooked all the way through, you can use a spatula to just transfer them over to a plate until you're done with the rest of the batch. Is there anything better than a ginormous stack of pancakes, especially when they are gluten-free, dairy-free, great for kids, great to freeze and throw in the microwave on a weekday. You could top this with nuts, with nut butter. If you have extra bananas, if you have fresh berries, that would be amazing too. We have butter and syrup here. We're using a traditional butter, but you could also use a dairy-free vegan butter, and we have a 100% pure maple syrup that we're gonna drizzle all over all of these pancakes. There's nothing left to do but to dig in. I'm going in for 2. They're just steaming. Perfectly fluffy on the inside. Buttery, sweet. This is what Sunday morning tastes like. If you want to find another banana oatmeal breakfast recipe, check out these banana oatmeal cookies.